they all lived happily ever after. In Christ. Done and done.
What are you doing, writing Sunday's sermon?
Nope, I'm earning some extra money for my upcoming wedding. Apparently, there are some guys in Texas that are paying big bucks for textbooks.
Wait, you're writing science textbooks for Texas schools?
How could you, Fundie? Those poor Texas children being force-fed creationist crap! Whatever, knowledge is overrated. Besides, I'm not writing the science textbooks.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Some creationist guys are writing those already. I'm writing history books. See, they all have these guidelines about what they do and don't want in it. The book practically writes itself. Here, see for yourself.
What's the first chapter in the history book? Well, I mean, it starts with the birth of Jesus, which is basically just a reprinting of the King James Version of the Bible.
The editor said it was perfect, and since nobody claims to have written it, it's not plagiarizing.
You know a lot of the Bible is not historically accurate, right?
Not right now, but after this book is done, it will be.
After chapter 1, it goes straight into the history of Texas.
Yeah, they were pretty specific about what they wanted. I had to make sure that the early Texas settlers were heroic, manly men with little to no flaws.
You wrote that the Battle of the Alamo was fought between loyal Texans and, quote, demonic Mexicans with giant robots.
Yeah, the Diablos Mexicanos. It was the only way those heroic Texans could have possibly lost the Battle of the Alamo.
Actually, I have it on good authority that the Mexicans were armed with alien weaponry stolen from the wreckage of a crashed saucer!
Really? I'll add that in.
You don't really care how inaccurate this book is, do you?
Nope, and neither does the Texas School Board, so long as it agrees with what they believe.
So they're more interested in making sure that the kids in Texas are fed religious and political propaganda than facts?
Yeah, and that's gonna buy me an 11-tier wedding cake.
So they want to revise their history and teach creationist dogma. What else do they want?
Well, they wanted me to make sure that Senator Joseph McCarthy was a hero, that the Kennedys were killed by Irish nationals, that Martin Luther King was a communist, that Nixon was framed, and that Ronald Reagan personally ended communism by stabbing Gorbachev in the chest with a stake. You know, like a vampire.
And you don't feel bad about doing this at all?
Why should I? If Texas wants to be dumb, that's their problem. And if you have a problem with it, then just don't live there.
But Texas is the largest market for textbooks in the country. If changes are made to satisfy Texas textbook standards, it could affect what textbooks are sold in other states.
You are contributing to the possible corruption of an entire generation of kids, Fundie. What other books are they going to change?
Well, all of them. They really have problems with practically everything. History, science, math, English. If I play my cards right, I will have plenty of textbook money coming my way. Well, I mean, except for sex ed.
Why not sex ed?
They already replaced that textbook with a piece of paper that just says, don't ever do it. So y'all heard of my work, have ya? Ain't it so short and sweet? Who needs a whole book about gross, sticky hormone play when it can be summed up in just 4 words? Aw, man, that was you? Yep. Them Texas fellers loved it so much, I gets to write the physiology textbook. And the first chapter is going to be about how homosexuality is unnatural. Hey, my boyfriend is gay. Great. So the future of America is in the hands of a 100-year-old religious curmudgeon and a Christian fundamentalist monster. Well, I'm off to Canada. Let me know when the country burns to the ground.
Now, wait a minute. There's got to be something we can do. Oh, you mean something sensible? Like banning all textbooks that are written to Texas School Board standards?
Sure.
Well, that would be simple, wouldn't it? But in this blinkered, backwards, buttfuck country, that'll never happen. Why not? Why can't anything get done? Money. Either the groups that want to teach actual facts are underfunded, or there's no money in teaching kids the truth. Take your pick. I mean, just look at them. So next week I'm going to be writing the government textbook, and I gotta make sure it's what they want. You know,
Big government bad, Democrats are socialists, that kind of crap.
Well, sure, that's the most important thing. But don't forget them rogue liberal judges. They was made judges with the help of Satan.
Satan, of course.
That is our future. A populace of misinformed, bigoted right-wingers.
People that hate science and don't trust scientists, but love all the medicine and technology that scientists create.
People who hate big government while cashing Social Security checks and taking advantage of Medicare. An entire generation of the worst human imaginable. Dumb, arrogant, and entitled Texans.
Not all Texans are like that.
I know, but can you name me one Texan off the top of your head that's at least slightly liberal?
I'll name you 4. Bill Moyers, Dan Rather, Willie Nelson, and me.
You're from Texas?
Austin.
Austin is barely Texas. Shh, guys. Look.
What do you mean gays don't get to live with normal people?
They just don't. If these textbooks are going to be biblically accurate, then they are going to be accurate according to the only real Church of God, the Conservative Assembly of Baptist Righteousness. And we say that gays have got to go.
Well, I say for these books to be accurate, they got to be based on the beliefs of the First Monstitarian Church. And we say that gays are okay. Next, you'll say that you believe in the global ice canopy.
What? Let me guess, you believe in that water shooting up out of the ground? Ha!
What's happening?
I think they're fighting over which version of stupid should be in the textbooks. And another thing, there was no macroevolution after the flood. The ark was big enough to carry all the animals.
Don't be crazy, it's obvious that Noah only carried kinds of animals.
They can't agree. They know they want to fill the kids' heads with bullshit. But they can't decide on which bullshit to fill it with.
What do you guys think?
Should steps be taken now to ensure that the textbooks in public schools cannot be influenced by religious or political groups? Or are those who want to corrupt the education system doomed to fail because they don't have a uniform or cohesive replacement for the things they want to abolish?
Comment down in the nether region.
Well, good luck selling that version of history, you big dumb jerks. The textbooks are already done.
Then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start a group to get the textbooks changed.
Oh, yeah? Well, if you do that, then I'll start a group to make sure they're changed back.
Oh, yeah? Then I'll get them to put a sticker on the books that says that the geohydro theory of the Great Flood is just a theory and that microevolution is unproven.
Ha! Like that'll ever happen. Hello, my snarky little snorks. Today is October 18th, 2013, and it's Mammography Day, World Menopause Day, and National Chocolate Cupcake Day. So, eat a cupcake, have a hot flash, and then go get screened. Yeah, you men too. And now, on to the questions. First up, Chthon665 asks via video,
Agent Chthon665 calling AJ. AJ, I've discovered a secret shadow war, and it's all down to energy-saving light bulbs. Now, we know energy-saving light bulbs don't put out the amount of light that they say they do. The only way you can get the same amount of light from an energy-saving bulb is to remove the lampshades. But we know that the lampshades is where the FBI, the CIA and MI6 kept the hidden cameras. This is a conspiracy. This is a shadow war between the electric power companies and the world's governments. Have you heard of any of this before? Do you know what's going on? What's behind this and why are they fighting?
Where have you been? That topic was a panel discussion at last year's Paranoid Crackpots Convention.
TamC1337 asks, Hey Jason, how is your family? We're doing okay. We're heading into that season where it's going to probably be a little difficult, but kids are in school, I'm at work. We're doing the best as you can expect, I guess. Firefly4F4 asks, question for Fundie and Reverend Poe. I'm having a bit of trouble reconciling a few Bible verses and I was wondering if you could help. John 4:8, God is love. Corinthians 13:5, love keeps no records of wrongs. Revelations 20:12, The dead were judged according to what they had done, as recorded in the books. If God is love and love keeps no records, why is this record book being kept?
So I see you're trying to pin me to the wall by using one of them hippie Bibles where it says, God is love. God is not love. God is terrible anger and revenge and hate and all that other good stuff. Why do you think I'm trying to get into his good graces? More than likely he's going to roast me over a spit if I don't do everything that I think he wants. God is love. How much marijuana you been smoking, hippie?
Brian J. 1962 asks, at 1 minute 40 seconds-ish, did you really say rape comfort? LMAO. Also, Gary's human? He said, as humans we, at around 4 minutes 40 seconds. Who knew? LOL.
I used human to be more inclusive. Not very many puppets actually watch this show. And besides, are you saying that only humans can be labeled as humans and not goat monsters? You speciesist?
My Thousand Faces asks, meet Jason. Is there a vegan alternative to you besides Puppet Jason, a fruit medley Jason, tofu Jason? On a less food-related note, what's the process being for you creating new characters and their corresponding puppets? No. That's it. I am only made of meat. We tried broccoli Jason, but he didn't talk and then just kind of rotted and fell apart. As far as a process for new characters, they're created as needed, usually, or, if I have a good idea for one, I'll make one. Oldetero asks, at 4 minutes 58 seconds, did Puppet Jason just say irregardless?
I told you irregardless isn't a word. I'm sorry, it's an old habit. Well, you need to get rid of these old habits because you're making me look like an idiot.
Augustine Camus asks, no reference to Kant's categorical imperative? No, there is no reference to Kant's empirical whatever that is. Dear AJ, should I be worried that my local congressman's office is under a Mason lodge and flanked by a lawyer's office and an architect firm?
No, that's just a coincidence.
That's it. I would like to thank Aphaedrus Bull for the topic suggestion. Remember, if you have a topic that you would like the puppets to fight about, then please leave it down below in the comment section. Also, if you have any questions, leave those down below too. Until next time, my sensational Thundercats, this has been Jason with a D.
Hey, Jason.
What?
What are you going to dress up for Halloween?
I think the group is going to dress up like popular YouTube users.
Like a vampire YouTube user?
No, regular type.
That's boring. Why come you guys don't dress up like vampires or weredogs or Franken guys? They are poops in your pants scary. Not a bunch of boring YouTube dudes. What are you afraid that they're gonna do? YouTube all over you? Oh, I'm terrified.
I will argue with you about this later, but first, shoutouts. Hey everybody, time to shout out your name to humorous effect. Hello! Non-theistic behavior. That's what it says on my transcripts from St. Rolf's Christian Academy. JFFX. It means something to you, and that's what's important. Kathy Leibowitz. I really miss usernames. Ross Tommy. Really miss them. Is that normal? Ken Frazier. It's not like it's hard to come up with a username, just use your initials and some numbers or a hobby or something. Sean Davison. Just take an obscure video game character and then a number and then boom, you're done. Dave Stewart. This is just getting kind of depressing. Rick G. Did you start spelling your last name and then just give up after the first letter? Open-minded. Oh, really? How open-minded? Me and my girlfriend are very open-minded, if you know what I mean. Wait, you're a girl, right? Colossus Maximus. Do you live up to your name, if you know what I mean? I'm implying that your penis is large. The Astroblame, a blog from space! Okay, that's it. If you haven't been shouted out yet, then make sure to message Meet Jason and let him know. Bye.
So, you don't think that YouTube users can be scary?
No, they are as scary as bunnies, which is not scary at all. Because bunnies are not scary. Unless they're zombie bunnies. With, like, guns. And knives. And, oh, I'm giving myself the heebie-jeebies.
So, you don't find someone like, say, Nephilim Free scary?
No!
Not even if you saw him walking towards you in a dark alley, all late at night, with his creepy headphones on, holding a couple of balloons?
Okay, you made your point. Stop before I pee my pants. Oh no.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and please make sure if you haven't already to subscribe and like the video, because apparently Jason is determined to sell out. Was that good enough for you? Is that what you wanted? Never ask me to do this again!